Hi friends, can't believe that Sunny PaJi, Sunny Deol ji is 68 years old. 19th October today he was born in 1957 and 68 years. Just can't believe. Recently while watching Chat on the big screen, I was thinking, what an actor. At this age, he brings out so much of energy onto the big screen. And what a screen presence. And what baritone voice he has. The command on the dialogues that he delivers. And the characters he plays and the immense energy he fills into those characters, and he makes those characters to be remembered forever. Such a brilliant, complete actor is Sunny Deol ji. First of all, let me wish Sunny PaJi a happy birthday. Love you, PaJi. You have been outstanding. You have been brilliant. Friends, today on the occasion of Sunny PaJi's birthday, I revisited one of his most popular movies, GHAYAL. Who doesn't remember GHAYAL? Probably today's kids or the young generation might not have watched GHAYAL, or they would have revisited GHAYAL and would have watched it after watching Gadars, Jats and other movies. But I grew up watching Sunny PaJi and his movies on the big screen, and I'm an ardent fan of Sunny PaJi. I also had watched GHAYAL on the big screen, friends, and what a movie that was. Going back in the timeline 35 years ago, GHAYAL was released, and what an impact it had left on the audience in terms of action, the storytelling, and Sunny PaJi, and of course the support cast. The music also was good by Bappi Lahiri, and debutant director Rajkumar Santhoshi. This movie was produced by Dharmendra ji, Sunny PaJi's father, Dharam. So it was obviously a home production. They poured everything into this movie, friends. This movie was nominated in 8 categories in Filmfare Awards and won 7 of them, including the Best Film, Best Director and Best Actor, coming to Sunny PaJi. It also bagged National Award for the most popular movie for wholesome entertainment. And also, Sunny PaJi also got a special award in the National Awards. Such a record-creating movie GHAYAL was, friends. And what a fantastic movie, what fantastic screen presence of Sunny PaJi in GHAYAL. I revisited the movie today, friends. If you have not watched the movie, it is available on Amazon Prime Video. Do watch it for Sunny PaJi. This is an occasion to watch one of his most popular movies. Of all, I selected GHAYAL to watch it because one thing was, I have watched this movie many times. In spite of watching it on the big screen, the movie was released in 1990, June 1990, 35 years down. The movie still feels so fresh and it gives so much of nostalgia. I remember every frame of the movie, but still I rewatched GHAYAL because it is one of my favorite Sunny PaJi's movies, which had come in his earlier years of his career. And at that age itself, 68 minus 35, what was his age at that time? And what a brilliant performance, what energy he brought into that character of Ajay, friends. Simply terrific, simply terrific. The storyline also was good. I'm not looking at the story or the screenplay or anything from 2025. I am looking at this movie as an audience in 1990. At that particular moment, in that year, 35 years back, what impact the movie had left. At that time, it was a fresh story, an energetic story, an awesome movie, and people simply flocked to theaters to watch GHAYAL. And later GHAYAL was remade into so many languages, friends. Kannada, Telugu, Tamil, so many languages it was made, and in each language it was a blockbuster. Such was the impact of the story that the movie had at that particular time itself. Is the story of Ajay, played by Sunny PaJi, and his brother Raj Babbar and his Babi, Maushami Chatterjee. So they're a small family. He loves them very much. They too love him very much. Then comes a girl into his life, Meenakshi Sheshadri, and he introduces her to his Bhaiya and Bhabi, and they become 4. From 3, they become a family of 4. They're a happy family, friends. But behind that, Sunny PaJi has failed to notice something, that his brother was in deep trouble. So the movie begins with Sunny PaJi getting arrested, put into the jail. So there he narrates the story to his inmates, who later become his companions in taking the revenge over Balwant Rai, played by Amrish Puri ji. So he goes, the entire story is the flashback. In the flashback, he tells how they were a happy family and how they become scattered due to one person, a villain coming into their life, Balwant Rai. And once again in the flashback, Sunny PaJi had not noticed that. Later he learns that his brother was in deep trouble when his brother gives a call. Further information he gets from Anu Kapoor. Some information he gets from his Babi. He starts connecting the dots. He is a boxing champion. He is an aspiring boxing champion. He is learning boxing. He has come to Bangalore to practice boxing. So when he gets his brother's call and he rushes back to find out what has happened to his brother. His brother has gone missing. Later from all the dots he learns that his brother Raj Babbar was working for Balwant Rai, that is Amrish Puri, who was not only a big business magnate but had so many humbug businesses like drugs, prostitution, and many things he used to handle, but he was a gentleman in front of the public. And then Sunny PaJi's conflict with Amrish Puri starts. And what conflict it is. In one of the parties, he just kicks Amrish Puri out of the glass door, and from that particular point, the rift starts. Later, his brother Raj Babbar is murdered by Amrish Puri and thrown on the roads. I'm not giving you a spoiler. I guess many of you who are watching this video might have watched GHAYAL. And Sunny PaJi is framed in the murder of his own brother, that is Raj Babbar, and also for having illicit relationships with his Bhabhi. And he is put behind the bars. Now how he comes out, whether he can take revenge on Amrish Puri or not, and how does he extract that revenge, is the revenge story of GHAYAL. GHAYAL, the person who is wounded, comes back to take the revenge. Brilliant on-screen presence, brilliant performance by Sunny PaJi. Very powerful, adrenaline pumping, volatile and volcanic performance by Sunny PaJi. One of his strong performances, one of his powerful performances, friends. This movie was a wholesome entertainer. That is why it also got the National Award in the category of Most Popular Movie Providing Wholesome Entertainment. So it had romance, a love story between Sunny PaJi and Meenakshi Seshadri. It had a story of brotherhood between Sunny PaJi and Raj Babbar. It had a conflict story between Sunny PaJi and Amrish Puri. It had a revenge story. It had plenty of high volatile action sequences. Now if you watch those action sequences, you will not feel anything special, friends. But sitting in the theater and watching in 1990, they were mind-blowing action sequences where people were hooting and shouting for Sunny PaJi's action sequences, action episodes. Be it the pistol in his hand, be it the stun gun in his hand, be it one-to-one combat or the boxing scenes, whatever action sequences were simply terrific. And the support cast is also really good, friends. Raj Babbarji I mentioned, Mousumi Chatterjee I mentioned. Om Puri, look out for his role, friends. He comes much late into the second half as the officer who is behind Sunny PaJi. Terrific performance. What on-screen presence of Om Puri and another Puri, Amrish Puri. Amrish Puri, friends, very intimidating. As always, one of my favorite villains. So we also had Anu Kapoor, we had Shafi Namdar, we had Kulbhushan Karbanda. A very good supporting cast also, friends, and very good music by Bappi Lahiri ji as well. Jo Bhi Hoga Dekha Jayega is still one of the fantastic family songs. And Don't Say No was a foot-tapping dance number even today. The other songs were also good. I felt couple of dances were not needed and they were forcibly stuffed, especially the item numbers and some humor in the first half, friends. It looked like forcible, like putting Sunny PaJi on a gunpoint and making him make some humor on the big screen is not justified. Overall, friends, a very good action-packed revenge saga is GHAYAL, an evergreen Sunny PaJi's movie. Happy birthday to Sunny PaJi once again. Loads of love for giving us wholesome entertainment and action-packed characters, and also very good characters in family roles also, friends. He also excelled in drama, and the variety of roles that he has done is immense. His larger than screen persona is Sunny PaJi. And loud revisiting GHAYAL. GHAYAL is a cult classic, and that's why no scores for GHAYAL, and also because it is a revisit. Thanks for watching my video. If you loved my video, can like, share and subscribe to my channel. I'll catch up with you all in my next video with another movie review. Until then, do take care. Goodbye. Namaste.